And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. Our threat to the aliens has gone down in the last one because we've suffered some defeats. But I think we should be bouncing back pretty quickly. We got a lot of ships already in queue. Mainly at this point, our construction is being limited primarily by our capacity to make volatiles.
Ready.
With that understood, let's get to trying to take over more of Russia. We can pay some influence to get into this point in Russia. Even though they've gone in and do national
Targeting
defense.
their key people.
I have multiple people in the purge, right?
Ready to go.
At your service.
Ready for my mission.
You can come in off the sidelines to do purge. 96% chance? Sure.
Removing our enemies.
At your service.
And then I want you to do the follow-up on that one.
We're taking
So that should catch
power.
us up. That should give us the first 3 points here in Russia. And then we'll be after the executive on the following round, if everything goes according to plan. And then you probably want to grab Investigate. Maybe Gara becomes a command on you at some point. Almost certainly we'll start grabbing it after the Investigate camps out. In fact, actually, we'll probably start grabbing it the next time we're grabbing it on, we'll probably grab command. Yeah. Because we can get one Investigate from an augment in here. This should provide an Investigate. Which would take you to 25, and then we don't need it anymore. Okay. And yeah, so I think income is looking pretty good. Probably is start time. Start grabbing some of those augments. Let's grab that Investigate argument so we don't forget it. Takes you to 25. Investigate. So in situations where we're doing something that isn't their type, so we're doing a espionage here. So let's grab you the espionage augment. Stealth field. Make you a little bit better at that purge. Okay. I want to save enough money on hand that we got like a surplus like 2,000 after I spend stuff. Otherwise, I'd probably go for fair side emitter, which is 5k. There are the coil cannons. Yes, we do want those.
Offering support.
One thing that might happen as soon as we're done building all our ships is we'll probably throw half of them back into the dockyard for upgrades at this rate. But that's construction for you. Treacherous Descent. We pay influence, they gain cohesion. Force them to accept your plans, or strengthen the armed forces. I'm surprised I'm even getting to make the decision. Why do I have... I'm not sure how I can search for locations. I'm surprised we'll make concessions and take equation. I'm surprised I get this choice. Okay, so Kyrgyzstan here, and now has space defenses. It probably shouldn't be doing spoils. We'd be better off literally with boost. So it's pretty good cohesion. Let's do boost and environment. Worst case scenario, that'll bump over to... It'll probably finish the environment before it finishes the
The
boost.
control is vulnerable now.
Okay, we have cracked down the first point in Russia.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Okay, you're probably going to be repeat,
We'll be ready for the
as
orders
I think
soon.
that was probably severe level before. Yeah, still heavy. Alien assault ship. So here comes the first of the ships we want to deny landing privileges. It will arrive 10th of July. Somewhat annoyingly, I don't have a set alarm, because that is something I would like to have an alarm for, but we're not going to try to do a deep space intercept on it.
Mission is a no-go.
Ah, someone else. Fine. I was about to go. I'd rather approach that point anyway, but at least this is Exodus. I'd rather have Exodus have it than the servants. Mexico City has some space defenses. Cool.
We've removed some threats.
And we've taken that point over from them. Whoops, that was the opposite I wanted to do. Sure, something like that.
Acknowledged.
Okay, you go for purging the top point. Again, even through the national defense
Applying
here, we can
pressure on
purge
the
with an
people.
81%.
Ready for my mission.
Or crackdown, and then the purge will succeed on a
Our
crackdown point, sort of
enemies.
regardless of what they're doing.
I'm here.
And then you. Oh, you already got merged into Russia. Okay. Hmm. Where do I want to send you next? Finland, maybe? What's Singapore looking like? Singapore is pretty friendly. Okay. Do UAE and Gulf states. Yeah, let's send you down to the UAE.
I will tell our story.
Offering assistance.
There we go. Alien adapted EMC. So we want this before we really put EMC on anything, and if we have space, EMC is nice to have on
Winning
things.
their hearts and minds.
Because being able to jam the aliens' weapons, as annoying as it was for us, it's annoying for them as well. We probably don't need any more support in Russia.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We have neutralized their key people.
There goes the crackdown, so the purge that follows up behind that should quite successfully succeed. Terawatt gas core fission reactor. There we go. So that is the final duration of power plant for our current fission drives. Yeah, we probably do want to grab the advanced laser engine because more laser damage.
Target destroyed.
Pete, you're probably still
Cleaning things
looking at a
up.
heavy target, right? Oh no, you're down to light. I can swap over to someone else doing it.
Our associates are now in charge. Wrapping up
Go.
here.
It's fine that I don't have that 1 point. We don't need a perfect monopoly for Russia.
I'm here.
Okay, so the UAE is a fairly small, in the grand scheme of things, location. So I don't need to really raise relations
Going
there
after
to
the
come
people.
in
Acknowledged.
and make off with their stuff.
Where to?
You can do crackdowns as well. You're my public campaigner. We stopped having you work in Russia. That's what's going on there. Gulf states.
Making our case.
Your orders.
Do I want you to do the purge
At
instead
your
of my
service.
big, better purger? Yeah, let's have you
Targeting the
follow up the
opposition.
purge.
Ready for orders.
You're going after the mass media,
Ready
which
to
is the
go.
first point. Yeah. Instead,
Where do you need
yes,
me?
I know you are really good at both purging and and crackdowns, but you were also one of our better people for
Taking
dealing
it
with the
to
aliens.
them.
Ready for my mission. Heading to the LZ.
Reporting in.
And as part of that, let's spend 2K on upping your command. There you go, +1 command. It'll all be out on your current mission.
I'm here.
Bringing
Ready
you up
to
to
go.
81%. It's nice. Okay. How's the ship construction going? In 2 days, we're going to have 4 things at Mars wanting volatiles. We have finished everything, and we haven't finished everything. We got 1 still trying to finish at Mercury, which may mean that the last ship at Mercury will be delayed while all the ships at... Yeah, because the Indefatigables, I think the Indefatigables are my laser ones. So the laser ones here will probably take priority on construction queue for the volatiles, which maybe is not what we want, but it's what we're going to get.
Lending my expertise.
Okay. First ship at Mars orbit complete. We are going to go ahead and merge all these together. Ideally under Romeo 342. Here we go. So these are all the siege coiler ones, I believe. Yes, 1 Liberty 3D, and then 3 of the other regular siege coiler variants. We got a manufactory at the crater in Mercury, so we can now build tier 2 HABs. So when we're ready for total war, we'll just very rapidly be able to start throwing up HABs around Mercury, back to back to back.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Arms purchases. Don't have room in the budget for that, or pay a bunch of money. And then Malali gains military tech at the cost of Japan getting GDP. Or can spend more money, or can spend even more money. I personally don't have the room in the budget for that, and I don't really care about the military tech in Malali. If anything, I'd actually be more tempted about raising the GDP in Japan, because we'll probably move for that at some point.
The control is vulnerable now.
Here we go. Step 1, crack the point down. Step 2, purge it. Appeals to hope messaging. Now, do I want to keep going down that sort of path line? I think the answer is yes. Oh, I should probably grab the... As we're taking over more and more minor countries, the 25% bonus here is going to be pretty nice.
Target secured.
Okay, that's probably repeat and continue.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Probably repeat and continue.
We're in control.
We're in control. So I don't care about exofighters, so stop building that. Space defenses are nice. Don't care an army or military. Boost is nice. Funding is nice. Let's work on the environment as well. So that'll be our 25-25-25 split. It's a little bit tempting because this is the UAE to go some spoils for piles of money, but we're gonna resist the urge to loot the country.
Targeting their key people.
Your orders? Terminating the opposition.
Oops. No. You could gain criminal, which we probably don't need. Probably don't need. So you probably want to grab espionage just to be a little bit more stealthy. You're saying with crackdown. You were the only one. Oh no, the quick learner here is ready. What do we have you doing? We have you doing purge, so more espionage would help. Then you're the other quick learner, so you need one more XP point before you're gonna do anything. Okay.
Offering support.
Even the air in these is a product of labor and machines and energy, so I think setting up a subscription package would be in order. Chairman Soren van Beek, comments to Western Armory's Board of Directors.
At some point I'm going to have to do the initiative again just to do them better. A lot changed as we were doing the last initiative run, and I did not catch on to all the changes and made mistakes. What do you want to do the replacement with? That's the required for a lot of drive techs. At some point I'll have to check to see if those are ones I need, and the answer is probably yes. I did say we're going to do ring hams after the colony hams, so there we go, ring hams. So this is the tier 3 orbital, the other one was the tier 3 ground base. And another alien fleet is launching for low Earth orbit. That's mission control boost. Or mission control priority being boosted. I should probably grab that sooner rather than later. If there's an area where we want that, we want that. Yeah.
We're winning their hearts and minds. Crackdown complete.
Crackdown complete, which means the purge should succeed. Yeah, crackdown is complete. The purge is 98% chance of succeeding.
By the numbers.
Target destroyed.
We are in control now.
Okay. Enemies are planning, as they want to do every once in a while, yeah. So we got 2 surveillance missions, one ends in December. We'll give that one some space. The other one ends in the 8th of June. So it is time to engage that one, to deny it its surveillance. So, 260 wants to engage. Victor, 343. Oh, and that's a big fleet. This might not be enough. On the other hand, this is a good way to get rid of this fleet and reduce some hate. Yeah, this is probably not going to be enough, at least not to penetrate the Lancer and the battleship. I suspect it's either the destroyer or the corvette that's doing the surveillance mission. We'll probably be able to tell which one it is by the fact that it'll be in the back. The alternative is I can send the proper battle fleet after it, which probably would actually hold up a little bit better. Yeah, as much as I want to burn 260, this is not the way to burn 260. So, close out this mission for the moment. We want Romeo, 300. We're still going after 343, but we're going after it with Romeo 300. And we got days to do this, so you can do the minimum burn to get there. And then we need to do assignments for our counselors. So we're going to continue the crackdown and purge through the United Arab Emirates here, or the UAE. And these points are not really expensive, and they're just short of 10 each. So yeah, we can probably grab all of them, and then probably grab the Gulf states as well. So crackdown, 56%. We will pay a little bit of influence to get that up to 84.
Cracking down.
If that fails,
up?
then we'll just tell Anyi here to not try.
We're taking power.
Ready.
Where do you need me?
So how bad is the aliens there? They're down to light. Okay, so you might be at the
Ready
point
for
where you
my
can
mission.
finish up where he's left off. 51% is probably good enough.
Gear up.
So that means you want to go
What's the
find a
op?
different target. Uganda, Brazil, EU, Beijing. Yeah, we don't want the problem in Beijing. Go deal with the
going
Beijing
in.
one. Beijing is severe, so it does need to be dealt with. Okay. You're a quick learner, so I should grab a point with you, and it should probably be the espionage, make it a little bit harder to find. Okay, we're gonna hold off and save a little bit of money. Our money income is definitely going up. Although, that might be for reasons of getting stuff destroyed. Which is maybe not a good reason to be having it go up. We'll do some confirm, let some time pass. There's Bootstrap Spaceflight Program. It's nice and cheap, so we got it done real quickly. I did realize we don't have a Xeno Science one going, so we probably want Alien Adapted ECM. Which will be done in July. And we are engaging. This is a situation we are outnumbered, so we are punching up. They are willing to hold. Not wanting their thing to be stopped. Yeah, we should probably come in at full speed. So we have 3 liberties and 4 indefatigables. The liberties right now should probably be focusing on the big targets. We probably want to blow the Lancer up first. So all 3 liberties open fire on the Lancer. I might just set these guys to AI command, and we'll just focus on trying to keep the kinetic weapons firing at the right targets. Yep, frontal armor is holding. Let's switch targets on the siege coils. Was that enough siege coils to penetrate? First one. I think the answer is no. May not have enough kinetics in this battle to do penetration. We lost apparently maneuverability on one of them. Well, the alien fleet is succeeding. This may not have been the right strategy. Yeah, at this point we just got the laser ones left. I'm gonna smash the auto-resolve here, because it's not going our way. A little bit tempted. Let's actually play around a little bit. Let's load that combat autosave. See if I can play that battle better. But yeah, that was definitely a situation of we didn't have enough kinetics to get through the point events. So either we had to be coming in a lot faster, which we could definitely have done. We could have punched the accelerators and been coming in a lot faster. Or we could have tried to do like the Tokyo Drift approach of accelerate away from them to force them to chase us. To give the laser guys more time to deal with the small ones. Although that would have come at the cost of the kinetics being even worse. Independently fast projectiles breach point defense better, so if we punch the... We're going to try to punch an accelerator approach here and come in real fast. Which may or may not work better. We're gonna engage. Start battle. Gonna try coming in full speed. Grabbing the whole fleet. That wasn't the node I wanted to grab, thank you. Okay, grab that node. Apparently I'm not being allowed to grab the red node, or maybe that is the red node. Yeah. I think we're gonna have the two of you each target one of the smaller ones to start. Let's see how that burn profile works. So we burn for 3 nodes. See the fun that is the. I think these are still the. Is one of the Orion drives? Not sure. These might have been sudden torches. Going off here. So, going fast is going to make their kinetics more effective. It's also going to make our kinetics more effective. Okay, we at least managed to destroy a ship this time. Going faster definitely did help the siege coilers break through. That's probably the one we actually want to blow up, honestly. Let's try to slow down. Some of these ships aren't going to be able to make this maneuver because we're going to run out of fuel. You know what? Given the fact... can I cancel these moves? Save my KPS. Not that I know of. Sure, fine. Okay, we'll just accept the battle's over. We damaged them. We destroyed one of their ships. We got damaged. Didn't lose any ships. So yeah, definitely the approach fast and furious was an option. Can you make the transfer? Yes, you can limp to the closest base in 1.5 days. I am definitely on board with that. And apparently we damaged the surveillance ship enough that their surveillance mission is cancelled. So that is a mission success. Changing up the strategy. Again, I think it was that little one in the back that was the one we had to actually damage to delay the mission. We blew their biggest ship up, which was a nice prize as well. But so yeah, punching the accelerator was apparently the solution there.
Offering assistance.
Yeah, and 343 goes off because they can have that ship repaired. That buys us
People
until
will come
December
to
before
our
we gotta do
side.
that again. Hopefully we do better in December. Battle cruiser, first one at Mercury. Ship's coming off the production line, and that's going to be pretty consistent at this point. As far as we have volatiles, ships will be rolling off production lines. All ships at this point in the Mercury yards are being built, so that's 8 ships from Mercury. Mars, we still have 2 to get the volatiles for, although it looks like one of those 2 will be done fairly soon. Getting its volatiles. The next one will probably be done in 20 days or so. And then that leaves Earth actually the least defended of the 3 systems once all those are built.
Give her down her hearts.
Crackdown mission successful. Take me there.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Score 1 for the good guys. And continue.
The LC is secure.
Ship launch, another Mercury ship. This is going to become a fairly consistent thing. We could probably even drag these ships back from Mercury. So these are the old ion drive ships. If we want to take some halves, we could use those to take halves. So yeah, let's actually drag these back from Mercury. Let's try to get these back to Earth orbit. Did we never refuel these things? Let's put the fuel back in the tank, guys.
We've removed some threats.
Move some threats. Two, 3, 3 refueled, and we want you to return to Earth. And even refueled, you don't have that level of thrust. I'm pretty sure these are the ion drives, so these should probably be able to get pretty close. They might have to stop over at Venus. Unless I screwed up and added... one of the indefatigable got added to the fleet. Let me fix that. Split the fleet. Break off the indefatigable. The rest of the fleet can go to Earth. Unlike the indefatigables, the ion drives have crazy fuel efficiency and can make this flight. The indefatigable, on the other hand, does not. Merge fleet with, not 233. So that's why it said the wrong station for me joining the other one. Okay. Romeo 343. You can take your sweet time getting over there. We're not desperate for you to arrive in anytime soon. 1.7 weeks is fine.
Applying pressure on their people.
Standing by for orders.
Ready for orders.
Standing by.
Investigate some alien activity. There isn't any real viable alien life forms to hunt. We'll probably send you Mexico. Mexico.
Going
says
in
hi.
hot.
Okay.
Ready.
Can you investigate alien activity? You can. You can investigate the alien activity.
We'll see what we can find.
We want this done. Investigate alien activity 3 should actually help with that. No, 5k is 5k. It's not super fast. And what we've got ship construction wise, everything at Mercury I think is everything at Mercury is going. Mars has one more ship to go. It's gonna take 13 days, so this should get underway during this construction cycle. And then we will probably want to expand the Earth fleet.
I will help them.
Maybe we're figuring out what the size of the assault carrier fleet is, because that might be one to do. Try to do a deep space intercept with the on drives. Okay, so don't join Romeo 233. They're going back to Earth. Join Romeo 349. We can get you there in an hour. You don't need to burn that much fuel. You don't need to be there in an hour. I'm a little bit tempted to say go there in 1.6 weeks. Yeah, 1.7 weeks will be fine. The construction and for some of the parts are so delayed that that will be fine.
The control is vulnerable now.
A successful crackdown. Fleet launches for low Mars orbit. That might be a problem if it actually starts blowing stuff up. Because the Mars fleet is not ready to fight it. We are going to decline. And to be fair, we're kind of pissing the aliens off because we're making moves against the Protectorate and the Servants. Servant fleet launching for one of our stations. They will arrive on June the 30th. Well, this is a good chance to send these guys to do something good. Obafemi Station. These guys can happily arrive in 0.11 hours. And probably should be enough to deal with the fleet there.
The LZ is secure.
Target still in one piece.
Okay. All the basic life forms of Beijing have been dealt with. Ship launched. Again, don't join Romeo 233. 233 is being an option because they're there. They're waiting for the opportune launch window to get to Earth, but they're there. So no, we want you to burn it to 346. Take your time. The 1.7 weeks is fine. And this ultimately asset failed because you rolled a 99. Repeat, GG.
Here's what we found.
Romeo 354 completes transfer resupply. And then join Romeo 349, which has got 3 of the 8 ships we built for.
Our people have taken control.
Here we go. 1 point in the Gulf states. I like the space defenses. It's a splurge. I shouldn't necessarily be doing it. Funding. We don't care about the government. Don't really care about knowledge right now. Build up environment. Environment, funding, boost, and space defenses is what we're going to build here. There is the servants will accept if they continue to engage. They can engage. They decide not to, which is fair enough. We put a bigger force in than they were expecting. They were expecting to have a nice base to take, and they don't.
Targeting their center of power.
Ready for orders. Gear up.
What's the op?
And then you come into purge the main one.
Removing our enemies.
Reporting in.
And then what do we want to do with you? Probably public campaigning. Question, of course, whenever that comes up is where? We're probably taking some attrition on support in America, so go after America.
We'll make our appeal.
You're waiting for 150, so you're almost there. You're waiting for 20. You can pick up something like probably espionage. Okay. Step to ECM will be on the 6th of July. At which point it'll be tempting to put some ECM into things. Is everything that we have in construction in construction? Mercury. Yes, the last two things should actually finish within the next two council actions. Mars. One last thing to build at Mars. So let's not do any redesigns right this minute. Romeo 355 completes transfer to low Mercury orbit. Feel free to complete your resupply, which should be real quick, and then join Romeo 349. Romeo 349 is half constructed with 4 of 8 ships. Colony core projects. Yes, we do want this. Battle stations are nice. Less worried about the mining complexes, although if we're ever replacing a station, if we've got to build it from scratch, it's probably worth building that complex. Maybe less so worth building brand new, but the complex upgrade is or maybe less so worth not upgrading, because the upgrade has to take the mine down for 80 days. If you build from scratch, yeah, it takes all the time plus 80 days, but you didn't have the thing up online anyway. Presumably you can afford everything you're running while you're waiting for it to build. That's much of the tier 3 stuff, which is nice.
Offering counsel.
New York City has space defenses. Oh, so New York City must be in the 50. Maybe this is Boston coming up. Media spotlight, ignore it. 40%, it gets worse. Fund a publicity campaign, which is all positive, just costs money. Leverages for influence, pay money, get influence, or lie about it. When we do not have lied about influence, so we'd only be able to lie about it once if this comes up. Let's grab some influence. Levels for influence. Alien adapted EMC. Oh, I've been waiting to grab the advanced coil cannons. So that was the upgrade I was thinking of putting in. It would be the coil cannons. And obviously they're not with putting in if you can't put them in if they haven't been researched, sort of thing. Fair enough. Grab the Mark IIs. We're actually waiting for spacecraft defenses here to complete, which has been set back. I know that has been attacked by saboteurs before. Oh, and I've got this slowed down. Speed that back up. I'll get it done in December. Yeah, no, that's gonna be expensive for everything else, so that's maybe not a complete no-brainer to have done that. Sanctions. Do nothing.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We have neutralized their key people.
Okay, got a crackdown. So the bird should come rolling in, give us the executive, and then we'll just crack down and purge the first point. Resupply. And join, and it's going to zoom me out there, but I don't really need to be out there.
Target destroyed.
Okay, continue.
Target destroyed.
Ship launched. Launched to Romeo 349, because again, 233 is traveling to Earth. Because ion drives are so slow, they gotta wait for a very specific window to make the burn. They're very fuel efficient, they'll get there very happily, but they gotta have the perfect burn. So it's waiting for that perfect burn. Yeah, and we can wait for the whole 1.7 weeks. That'll be fine.
Our associates are now in charge.
Take me there. Ah! The servants have attacked. Well, to be fair, that might actually be the aliens. But no, that probably it's probably the servants. I can imagine the servants doing that. Unfortunate or dispatch a team. Either way, methane goes up. So do you want some science? And the answer is yes. Willing to pay that for some science. Czech Republic under the control of the servants, and Canada in there. That's fine. Okay.
Standing by.
Standing by.
Reporting in.
Your orders?
Where to?
No, I was about to say, have my things been reordered? We're gonna have you do a
We're
blind
taking
purge
power.
there. That won't work if
Reporting
they do a
Ready to go.
crackdown, or if they do a national defense. I'm gonna pay a little bit to get this crackdown to be cost effective or turn effective.
Turning up the heat.
Ready.
Followed with a purge on you, which will succeed if the
Terminating
crackdown
the
succeeds, but
opposition.
otherwise it won't succeed. There we go. Interpol. Early game, that would have been good. At this point, it's a bit meh. Although, in many ways, it still is good. It's basically a 2-star for 4 stats, if you cared about the security. Just, we really don't need to investigate a lot of our characters at this point. You usually need, like, 1 or 2 good investigators. And then you care more about other stuff. You want 20, right? Yeah. Ship construction. Everything we had queued up is now being built. In fact, there's only one thing to be built at Mercury at this point. Earth, we probably do want to build some replacements for the damaged fleet. Which apparently, because I sent it to one of the lesser dockyards, is still repairing. I should probably cancel it and move it up to the medium dockyard. Yeah. You can see we did get some things quite repaired. Can it make the burn up to... Actually, I should probably need refuel first. And then we'll tell it to make the burn up to medium orbit, which it probably can do at this point. Advanced laser engines
Offering
will
assistance.
basically be an upgrade to our laser ships. I don't want you to repair at Carthage Station because that's been taking forever. I'd rather you get up to the proper dockyard at medium Earth orbit. 4.1 days. Okay. Surprisingly long burn, probably because one of the engines is damaged. Okay, we've lost the counselor that we've turned. We'll just have to turn a different one, which is easy enough to do. There's the advanced laser engine. Looking for economy, that'd be nice. And we probably do want it near the end, but we're not in a rush to do it right now. Colony Core. Colony Core is be the prerequisite for a bunch of other stuff. Even if we don't start upgrading stuff to Colony Core, or probably will start upgrading things to Colony Core as soon as we get it, but we need Colony Core to do the things that are good and mine it. Research-wise. Man, it's reasonably cheap with only 3,000 science. Arrive at the station, we'll begin repairs. And here, it should hopefully repair a lot faster, because we've got more docks on hand. In the meantime, you've only got 7 ships. What were the 7 ships that actually survived? Okay, we got 1 Command Class Liberty. All the Indefatigable survived, so I need 2 new Liberty ships. Which do probably want to be the new ship. Is there any upgrade, any other changes I want to make to the Liberty while we've got it here? No, we probably do need those mags. Granted, this is doubling the ammo, right? So the previous one had 100. This one will have 200. Makes a difference. Oh, we can do a power plant upgrade while we're thinking about building new ones. Which will be a valid refit. How much weight is that saving? 9776 to 9775. So it's basically not saving weight. Somewhat surprised, actually, upgrading the radiator. Is it making a big difference in weight? It's literally a ton. I'm not going to worry about it then. We're not going to be able to finish that ship design. He's building at the cannon. So, we want to build one of those. So that is a Liberty Class 7 battle cruiser. We're building this in Earth orbit. We obviously want to build it at one of the shipyards in medium. Build, and of course it needs volatiles, because volatiles is what's holding up all the construction in space at this point.
We've moved the needle.
Crackdown complete.
Crackdown complete. Take me
Prepping
there.
for my next mission.
Oh, and they did do a defense. Actually, before we roll,
Prepping for mission.
what is your probability? 23%.
Prepping for mission.
I'll gamble on the 23%. They already know I'm the one doing it to them, so it shouldn't be too surprising. Even when I fail them, they know that I'm doing it. Do the resupply, even though that takes hours. Then join Romeo 349. So, 6 of 8 ships.
By the numbers.
Improved DCM. Eventually, the Advanced will show up. The Advanced will probably be worth actually putting on some ships. Damage control, environment. Actually, the environment's probably tempting because I'm doing a decent number of investments in environment. Yeah. Oh. And they took the executive
The
as our
opposition
purges go in.
remains in power.
And that one failed, okay.
Our people have taken control.
Where do you need me?
What's your
Where
probability
do you need
of
me?
just forcing it? 11. If I invest... we're not going to do it the hard way. Okay, so we're going to definitely
Ready
want
for
to roll
mission.
in with a crackdown. We'll invest a little bit in crackdown to be reasonable.
Applying pressure on their people.
I'm here.
And then the purge should
Acknowledged.
succeed if they do the crackdown.
Targeting the opposition.
And then we'll send you after
Acknowledged.
some xenoforms that are easy to deal with.
Gear up.
Standing
and
by
I
for
need
orders.
to turn a counselor.
We'll bring them to our side.
And you probably want command. Okay. Oops, I didn't meant to hit the X. Looking at the time, this is a good place for a part break, as we're about another hour into the stream. If you're watching on Twitch, this is going to be the middle stream break where I stop to make some tea, so it's going to be the longer of the 3 breaks. We're definitely struggling a little bit with keeping the ships up and going. We do also have our first assault carrier coming inbound, which is maybe something I should be contemplating trying to do an intercept of. Don't think that's the assault carrier. Is it that one? Yes, that is the assault carrier. That is a surprisingly scary battle group coming in. Which maybe isn't super surprising because I have been taking the fight to the aliens pretty effectively. So that is the thing we're going to have to intercept and destroy. It will arrive in the 10th of July. So I'll have to remember that is coming. I'm not sure if I got time to build those ships before it comes. What that's for? I don't know. Assuming this one gets underway fairly quickly, these should actually finish in time. So we may try to engage this with the built fleet. If this fleet finishes, this fleet probably can't succeed against that fleet, let's be fair. It probably has enough projectiles to engage, but probably not enough to win. Because of its thrust limitations. And it's also not a very big fleet. This might be the fallback if something doesn't quite go the way we want it to. It should be in Earth orbit reasonably in time, because it'll be there in November. This one's also got the fuel efficiency. You can probably do a deep system intercept if it needs to. But yeah, we got an assault carrier coming in, so that's going to be the interesting highlight, I think. Well, this raid is probably not going to be the next part. It's probably going to be the next part. And yeah, we're working on trying to take over a little bit more of the Middle East, so we can get some more income. The thing I am probably the most worried about is if that assault carrier lands, they might try to make an alienation out of, say, the EU. They won't do it out of China because we have China. I don't think India will flip. Brazil probably won't because it's actually controlled by these guys. So yeah, it'll probably be the EU if it flips, if anything flips. Or it'll be some back ordination, which is actually, if we have an alienation, is what we want to happen. Ideally, we want to engage the assault carrier in space. But that's going to be its own struggle. So with that, before I continue rambling on, this is where we're going to put the part break in. Heavy pulse. Let me stop rambling on. If you're watching on YouTube, they'll be put up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be back as soon as I've made that tea. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.